right, we're here with the Hornet head coach. Got your win tonight. Scott, first of all, how does that feel to be able to do that in front of your home crowd and get that win tonight?
Yeah, it's always awesome winning in front of the home crowd. You know, they do a good job of getting loud and being proud, and it's good to go give them something to cheer for.
Yeah. What was working tonight for you guys? I mean, just it seemed like a little bit of everything was going your guys' way.
Yeah, you know, our secondary played amazing. We turned them over quite a bit in the pass game, and that was our saving grace because, you know, they came ready to run the ball, and we knew they would, and they were very effective at that. So the secondary made use of the opportunities they had, went and got the ball, and we have some ball hawks back there. So those guys look good, and we're very impressive. Our run game we established there in the second half.
Yes.
We came out and we ran the ball. And, you know, our linemen didn't wear down, they ramped up.
Yeah.
And that was working for us. And obviously they gave space for Caleb and Marion to do what they do.
Yeah, talk about Marion's performance tonight. It felt like he had some confidence and was finding some holes. Tell about, did he turn a corner for us tonight?
Well, I think that, you know, it's only a second game.
Yeah.
I think that no one's had a chance to see that yet. We knew it's existed. We knew it's existed for some time. We've seen it at the JV level. You see that flash of brilliance all the time. So he just needed that opportunity, and tonight was the night.
Yeah, and you led all night tonight, so you were able to kind of have some confidence and some swagger on both sides of the ball. How big is that for you guys to just kind of lead wire to wire?
Well, it's good, especially, you know, coming in after last week. You know, I think our confidence probably hurt a little bit coming off the way we lost last week. So, yeah, to come in and play like we did, that can't be anything but good for our guys. And they're going to come out, and I know they're going to have a solid week of practice, and we're ramped up. We start league play next week, so that's going to be a big point for us.
I know you were looking for some guys in the secondary to kind of complement Hunter Sharp back there. Did you find some guys tonight?
Well, absolutely. And, you know, I think we find some of the guys last week. You know, Cade Wilson shut down one of the best receivers in the state last week. He had like 40 yards and a touchdown. So we saw Cade arrive last week. We saw Ray arrive in a big way this week.
And it seemed, and you know, secondary's been kind of an Achilles heel over the years for a lot of teams, and for the Hornets. How big is that to be able to get some confidence on that backside like that?
Well, it's huge, especially with the inexperience we have back there. You know, like you said, the only starter we have back is Hunter Sharp, and Coach Pearson does a great job with those guys. I mean, you know, he's back there managing our coverages. We really split our front and our coverage quite a bit, and he manages that on the backside, and he does a great job with those guys. They respond to him in practice, and you know, I'm blessed to have him as well.
They did have kind of a bruising running game there, and obviously to be able to stay ahead of that and be able to stop them when you had to was key. Were you impressed by the way that number 21 was running? Number 4 ran well tonight too, but you guys did a pretty good job on him.
We saw it in film. You know, we saw that they were going to come at us in film, and I was a little bit nervous about it just because Maize was a little bit more balanced attack. They'd throw a few incompletions or get a penalty and help us out a little bit on the defensive side. I was worried about what was going to happen. We saw some size on their side and the ability of their guys to find holes, but you know, I told our defense before we went out, it's bend but don't break.
Right. And
you know, yeah, sure, we had a few breakdowns and they scored, but for the most part, if you look at the grand scheme of the whole game, it was bend don't break philosophy.
And they were really using that hurry up on you too.
Yeah.
And you guys responded to that and stopped them when you needed to. You bent a little bit, but talk about the hurry up. Does that confound a defense, or how'd you guys respond to that?
Yeah, our defense is simple, so it doesn't really confound us. It does mess with substitutions a little bit, especially if they get into the passing game. But we had the luxury of being able to call timeouts and change personnel as needed. So it doesn't concern us as much just because we make the defense simple enough that we can adjust to those things.
Going into this week preparing for Maize South, obviously a different feel. However, I would assume that last week you kept the guys up. Obviously you did. There was proof out here tonight. What's it like? How different is it going into this week preparing for Maize South as opposed to last week, or is it kind of business as usual?
It's always business as usual. A win never hurts because, you know, sometimes if you go in losing 2, guys are going to question themselves, especially young guys that don't have a lot of experience. So this win gives them that that tangible proof that we can go out and win and we can perform.
I asked Caleb here, well, how does it feel to be a Hornet? You've been a Hornet for a long, long time, Scott. Tonight feels pretty good, doesn't it?
It does, man. It feels amazing to be a Hornet. You know, I've got 7 guys on staff that are Hornets too.
Yeah.
So, and Trent Preheim's been here a long time too. So we've got guys that are proud to be a part of this community. And the one guy that we didn't, man, Coach Cordova did a great job on the offensive side too. So, man, I'm sure he's proud to be a Hornet today too.
That's exactly right. Well, good job, Scott.
Yep.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thanks.